Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel, Autumnmoonthemage. This is going to be a general message in regards to love for Taurus. It is general, so it might not resonate with you. If you were drawn to the video, then there may be a message here for you. But if the overall story does not fit as yours, please don't try to make it fit. Just take what resonates and leave the rest, as they say. We're going to start here with the Moonology Oracle cards. We're going to try to draw a card for like an overview of the situation for you, Taurus, and the person that you're connecting with. Can we please get a card for Taurus? Maybe. There we go. What was it? What do we got? Conclusions are within reach. Perhaps you're looking for answers in a situation, or things are wrapping up in a situation. I'm going to read out of the book for you, though, and not make guesses. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is to reach a peak, or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be a key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. All right, we're going to take a look at tarot now. We'll look at how you feel about the person you're connecting with and how they feel about you. The deck that I'm using here is called the True Black Tarot. The artwork is super pretty, and I think they like hand paint every card, but the cards are super thick. So it hurts to shuffle them. I've complained in every reading. I don't mean to be complaining. They're so gorgeous. But my goodness, it hurts. Okay. All right. Can we please get 3 cards for how Taurus feels about the person they are connecting with? We get 2. The Strength card. The Strength card, which is a Leo card. You may be dealing with a Leo. But in the Strength card, that has to do with having courage and having the strength, you know, knowing that you have everything it takes to accomplish something. Sometimes with the Strength cards, we need to kind of like almost control ourselves, okay, in a situation. So it can be about that. We'll definitely clarify for more information. We also get the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's lovely. This is feeling a lot of emotion for someone. If this is how you see this person, Queen of Cups, by the way, is water energy. So that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You might be dealing with one of those signs. But if the Queen of Cups is someone who's very compassionate, very like sincere and genuine and kind and loving, all right? And maybe you see this person that way, or this is how you feel about them. We'll definitely, like I said, clarify. Can we get one more card for how Taurus feels about the person they are connecting with? That's too many cards. That's not one. That's 4. We can't do 4. Sorry, Taurus. Can we get one more card for how Taurus feels about the person they are connecting with? Yeah. No. It keeps wanting to give me too many. I say 1 and it says here 6. Okay. You can give me more than 1 if you really feel it's necessary, but please try to give me less than 4. Okay. The Ennet card. This card is not actually traditional tarot. This is special to this deck, okay? So I'm going to read from the book what it says for you. And then the Six of Swords, which is wanting to move to calmer waters, wanting to move out of the fog into the open air. I got this in the Capricorn reading, both of these actually, so you might be dealing with a Capricorn. I shuffled them back into the deck. Like I opened the deck and put the card in, and then opened the deck and put the card in. So they weren't next to each other when they were put back. So the fact that they are both coming out again stands out to me. So you might be dealing with a Capricorn or not. They might just both need to be in both messages. But anyway, I noticed that if you can see there's boats down there and they're kind of like in fog. And this card really is about moving out of that fog and moving out of rough waters. It's often about moving out of rough waters into calm, but specifically with this card, it feels more about clarity and moving into clarity, okay? Swords represent understanding, they represent truth and information and clarity. So, and sometimes what we're doing with the Six of Swords is we're moving out of, well, we're feeling it's about using our logic to calm our emotions. So because they're boats, right, and they're floating on water, which represents our emotions. So if our emotions are all over the place, then we may be using clarity to focus ourselves and to calm our emotions. We'll definitely clarify. I think this looks more like a clearing of the fog, like information coming out sort of situation, or moving into truth and clarity, but we'll clarify. Can I please get 3 cards for how this person feels about Taurus? Well, we get the 8 of Pentacles. This is often called like a work card. So it may be that they're focusing on work, but with the 8 of Pentacles, this is really about perfection, working at something until it's perfect and perfect, whew, and wanting to and being willing to work until something is perfect. So this is often for me in regards to feelings about a relationship, sort of like a dedication card. I'm dedicated to this, well, I'm going to make it work. We also get the Page of Cups here. Pages represent, well, they represent youth and students, okay, and messengers. And this can be that they want to give you a message. With a page, the message is something, it's a small gesture. It's sometimes if an apology is needed, it can be an apology and I'm sorry. But if if that's not the case, then it's a small gesture like saying, hey, I think you're cute, like it's a gesture of affection and appreciation, all right, but kind of smallish, which I don't know if that's how they feel, but like overall, like if they just feel Page of Cups for you, that would be kind of on the smaller side, but they definitely are, that's what they're like. They, we're going to clarify it for more information, but I don't think that's the case. I think that that's what this is like what they want to express it to you. That's what I believe this card is trying to indicate, that they want to express their feelings, but they're doing it in a very small sort of way. All right. We also get the Knight of Swords here. This is someone who's very determined. They've made a choice and they are driven to moving there, getting there. This is also a card of truth and clarity. With swords, that's a message, delivering a message with information sort of situation. So like I said, we'll clarify that. But we're going to move now to the Prisma Visions Tarot to clarify these cards, which is a much easier deck to shuffle. Incredibly easier. Doesn't hurt me at all. All right, can we please clarify the strength card for how Taurus feels about the person they're connecting with? Can you clarify the strength card? Okay, the card that comes out is the Tower. And the Tower indicates that something sudden and unexpected has happened. Or something sudden and unexpected, no. It either indicates that something sudden and unexpected has happened or that you're looking for change. One of those two things, because it is a card of change. That's what the Tower represents, just something changing drastically. And it's not always a negative card. It's often tied with negative things, okay? Because the Tower represents something we didn't expect to change. It can sometimes represent like a sudden understanding, like not a change in our lives, but a change in our perspective, a change in our thoughts, okay? Like we were looking at a situation one way and all of a sudden we see it more clearly, we see it in a different light. So it can represent that, but the Tower is definitely sudden change, okay? And then we get the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who it's the next step up from the page, and it's somebody who has an open heart, okay? And wanting to express that open heart to somebody else. So this card could be courage, all right? And understanding that you want to change and you want to move forward with this open heart and with this message and make that clear to the person that you're dealing with, okay? Let's take a look at, well, yeah, with the Queen of Cups there, that means you have a lot of emotion for this person. You have a lot of feelings for them. The Queen of Cups is very, what's the word? Unconditional love. Okay, it's love that you just feel, and yeah. I mean, how do you state it any differently than unconditional love? But it's also like compassion and kindness. It's just a very nice energy. It's sweet energy. Can you please clarify the Queen of Cups? Please. Oh. The Six of Wands is what comes out, which interestingly in this deck, I want to see if anything else wants to come out. Clarification for the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. The cards that come out is the Six of Wands. And normally, okay, the Six of Wands represents victory, and it represents it kind of represents, if it's the way that you think of someone or the way that you feel about someone, it can be that you think that you put them up on a pedestal, sort of. You kind of, it's kind of like a praise card. You think that they are very um, liked, very well liked, okay? It's a popularity card. It's when you think someone's popular, this is how that would show, okay? Is the Six of Wands. But what I find interesting about this particular deck is that in the Six of Wands, she's in a boat, and it reminds me so much of the Six of Swords, okay? Because in the Six of Swords, we're moving in we're in a boat and we're moving through water, rough water, and moving towards the calm water, right? But like the Six of Swords in this one is fog, okay? And with this deck, it is about victory, okay? The Six of Wands is about victory, okay? But I feel like it's also like telling us that we need to use our passions to get there, because It's the wands driving the boat in this particular deck. It's not the swords driving the boat. And I don't know, that just stands out to me. It's like you are moving forward and relying on your passions and your inspirations to get you where you want to go. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I see with this card. We also get the Ten of Swords, which is pain, okay? And it can be a card of betrayal of some sort, but in the of in the Ten of Swords, the pain is coming to an end. Like that's the end of the pain. It's tremendous pain. It's very hard, but it's pain that you can get through, okay? And I feel like this is saying that um well, that you want victory with them, okay? And that you want to you want to move out of this Ten of Swords, out of this pain and into, um, calm and peace. I don't know what could have happened or what this Ten of Swords represents to you, but that's what I'm seeing with these cards here. You definitely have a lot of feeling for this person. All right. Oh, you know what? I was going to read that card to you because this card actually isn't part of tarot generally speaking. It's just in this deck. And it has an interesting meaning. It's the final card in their major arcana, if that means anything to you, if you're familiar with tarot cards. But the major arcana, those are, wow, I can't think of a very quick explanation of them, so I'm not going to do it. If you know what that means, then you know what it means. If you don't, you don't. But this card says, and it refers to the never-ending, eternal, and exempt. While all other temporal beings enter existence, grow, and then die, and it exists outside of these constraints and rules. It has been and always will be a core concept shared by other world religions. Laying in the center of this card is a fetus, the intermediary between the ending and beginning of the major arcana, representing the cyclical nature of eternity. Cyclical nature of eternity? What I get from the description of this card is that this is something outside of everything else, okay? It's something that's held outside of everything else. It's something that just is. And as in regards to feelings, I would say that what you feel about this person and this connection is that it is outside of, I mean, it's held outside of everything else. It exists. There's no um, like proving it. There's no need to prove it. There's no um, and the world around it doesn't, you don't let it affect it. It's just there. It's fact. That's what it is. And it's held outside of all other things. So all other things fluctuate and they end and other things do begin, but this connection doesn't. It's like forever. It's a never ending kind of connection. um, Sorry, my son just walked in here and I'm not sure if you heard him or not, which is fine. He has said that I need to use the restroom. I don't know why he comes and tells me, but he does. He's 5. He's just a little guy, but he comes and tells me every time he needs to go. I don't get it, so sorry about that. Anyway, can you please clarify the end card for us in regards to this connection, how Taurus feels about this person? The Fool card comes out. The Fool, by the way, is an Aries card, so you might be dealing with an Aries, but the Fool is wanting a new beginning, which is interesting. If you feel like this connection is um, almost like fate, I kind of feel like it's like fate is what this card is saying. It's meant to be and it's never ending, okay? If you feel that way about this connection, a new beginning is an interesting way to look at it. But relationships have new beginnings all the time. We start new and well, they can anyway. You can end cycles that you find yourselves in and jump into new cycles. But the Fool is about wanting to leap forward, really wanting to, yeah, jump in with your eyes closed and, and hope for the best. It's about a new beginning, but it's also about just embracing it completely, just dive in. And you don't know what's down there, but you're going to jump anyway. All right. And just giving it that faith, and then with the Nine of Wands coming up as well, this is determination. Like, I'm not giving up. I've come this far and I'm not stopping, because I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish this path. I am going to continue. So it's a card of dedication. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Sorry. I mean, I suppose that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but I feel like I've been talking more than normal, and I apologize. Six of Swords, please. Please clarify the Six of Swords. We get the Lover's card. The Lover's card is Gemini energy, by the way. You might be dealing with a Gemini, but the Lover's card is about, that connection, that soulmate connection, that feeling drawn to someone, feeling that magnetic pull. You just feel a connection, and maybe you don't exactly know how to explain it, but it is definitely a very strong connection, okay, a very loving connection. But also with that, we get the Nine of Swords has come out, and the Nine of Swords is stressing about something, really stressing to the point of causing yourself pain. It's agonizing over it, losing sleep over it. And with the Six of Swords coming up, um, this is what you're needing to get away from. Whatever aspect of this you're agonizing over, you need to express it, and then you can move into this Lover's energy. Also, the Lovers is a card that talks about making a choice that serves our heart, okay, over everything else. The Lover's card is making that choice, following your heart, listening to it and trusting in it, and making that choice. So it may be that you're agonizing over that, over wanting to follow your heart, wanting to acknowledge that feeling and move towards it, but maybe feeling restricted for whatever reason. And so you really do want to dive into it. You want that, with that full energy there, that's just jumping right in. Let's take a look at them. Eight of Pentacles. Can you please clarify the Eight of Pentacles for how this person feels about Taurus? The Hierophant. This is you, Taurus. This is your energy here. And the Hierophant is about wanting to follow. It's about tradition. It can be a marriage card, okay? But it's about wanting to follow the steps, okay? Wanting to do things in the right order. And this person is dedicated to that, dedicated to moving forward and upward in this connection. And they want to move to the next step, move to the next level with you. That's how I would read that card. Can we please clarify the Page of Cups? Please clarify the Page of Cups. Please clarify the Page of Cups. We get the King of Wands, which is fire energy, so that is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but this is feeling very passionately about somebody, really confident and wanting to, like, well, yeah, it's feeling very passionate about somebody. Somebody makes you feel inspired and excited. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. So that's how this person feels about you, okay? And but they're coming forward with this. There's this king energy back here, but they're coming forward with that page energy, which is just like a small gesture of affection, I was hoping we'd get more clarification, but it doesn't look like we're gonna. That was the King of Cups that just tried to flip over, but it went back. Okay, let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. This is very determined energy, very focused. Can you please clarify the Knight of Swords? Please. Oh. Okay, we get the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So the Five of Swords is conflict, okay? Feeling conflicted about something. This is kind of an internal conflict. Like there's some aspect of this that they have that they feel conflicted over. And it may be a little bit feeling defeated. So there's some conflict in this connection that they're struggling with the Page of Swords here. This is searching for understanding. The Page of Swords is somebody who is trying to answer a question, okay? They're looking for information, they're looking for understanding, and sometimes, often, they're going about it in a way that isn't very direct. So almost like they're watching how you behave, they're watching how you interact with other people and trying to answer their question by watching that. Also, this is kind of a watching you card, like someone who's just watching you and not necessarily participating in your life, but like, yeah, watching you. That's what this card is about. But they're looking for understanding, they're looking for answers, and they're trying to do that while they are watching you, okay? And perhaps trying to understand this conflict, trying to come to terms with the conflict, okay? And then we get the Knight of Swords again, which is that determined energy. They really do want to drive forward. They want to, and even in spite of this conflict that is here, they want to understand. They want, with these two cards for sure, they want to understand, and they want there to be communication and honesty. Okay, that's what the swords represent. They represent thoughts, they represent logic and truth, okay? And that's what they're looking for. And they're very determined to move forward with that energy. They've made a choice and they're dedicated to that choice. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out oracle cards for advice. We're starting first with the Queen of the Moon oracle deck. Can we please get advice for Taurus in regards to this connection? Please, can we get advice for Taurus in regards to this connection? It came out oddly, so I just want to verify there's not something else. The card that came out says will, which, interesting, that makes me think of the Strength card, because the Strength card is having the will, having the courage and determination. Let me read it from the deck for you, though. It's card number 13. Will. Decisions require action. You are in control of your own decisions and life, no one else's. Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. Will feels like a very old-fashioned concept in a modern world where it seems like everything is geared up to be as easy as possible, or there's always someone else to blame. The idea of placing our personal will persistently into something seems quaint. When we decide we are going to change something in our lives, let's say a particularly negative pattern or bad habit, breaking the old way we do things can be difficult. The change requires a concentration of our will. We may want the change, but it is our will that insists we stay on the path to that change. To be willful means we have the power of control over our own actions, and that will fires up the persistence we need to get what we want. Contrary to popular belief in witchcraft traditions, practitioners do not interfere with another's free will. This means we do not cast spells upon people to influence their behavior. How do we get what we want instead? We cast on ourselves in line with our will, focusing carefully on what we would like in our lives instead. For example, instead of casting a spell to get back our ex-boyfriend who doesn't want us by influencing his will to love us again, we more ethically cast upon ourselves for our ideal partner. This way, we don't interfere with his free will, and if the ex is our ideal partner, he will return to us freely. If not, we have attracted someone new and better for us. Either way, win-win. To use our will productively, we should assess what we really want and make sure that is what we want to reach for. Okay, in a not witchy way, okay, this card is saying that you bring into your life what you want. So focus on what you want, okay, and dedicate yourself to that something. I feel like it's calling you to really think about what it is that you want and focus on it, because you will bring it about if you focus on it. And like they described here, this is something I've tried to practice myself. You can't ask for something from other people. All you can focus on is what you want, okay? And when you really focus on that and set those things that you don't want off to the side, instead of allowing them to what's the word, by keeping them in our lives, we're allowing them, well, we're giving them our energy, okay, which is drawing our energy away from whatever it is that we actually want. So it's like you have to put those things aside so that you can focus your energy on this one thing that you want and that you want to achieve. And so focus on what you want to bring into your life, and believe that you can do that, because you honestly can, and that you're worthy of whatever it is you want, and then you'll draw it in. So it's telling you to focus that energy. All right. I feel like that card was, like I said, it was witchy. And then on top of that, the deck that I chose for advice this week is the Witch's Oracle, which actually gives you an incantation, which they encourage you to recite. I usually do when I use this deck, which is not a lot, but when I use the deck, I usually say the incantation out loud at least 3 times. It's supposed to help you focus and draw that. It's really helping with that will, it's something you should work on, and so they're trying to help you draw that energy in, okay? But let's go ahead and, can I get a card for Taurus? Advice in regards to this connection. Oh, we get 2 cards. Skeleton Key and Magic Wand. I'm going to read to you from out of the book. And like I said, there's an incantation for each card, so there will be 2 here. I'll read you both. Skeleton Key. When you are stuck in a situation without hopes or ideas, which you seem to be at the moment, use the symbolism of the key as a way to unlocking new prospects and finding solutions. Hold this card up in your third eye. Envision a locked door before you, then take the key and unlock the door. So it's really asking you to envision a locked door and imagine grabbing a key and unlocking that door, okay? And it says the incantation is, all locks have keys. All wind has breeze. Most doors swing open with relative ease. This key I hold is a metaphor to unlock all doors that were locked before. I'm going to read it one more time. All locks have keys. All wind has breeze. Most doors swing open with relative ease. This key I hold is a metaphor to unlock all doors that were locked before. And if you're not comfortable doing this, that's fine. You don't have to. Okay, it's just an option that's offered to you. But really what it's telling you is you have, like, you have the key. You have the key to open all the doors. And all you have to do is focus your will, okay? And know that you can, and you can unlock all of the doors. That's really what this is trying to tell you. You have, with that strength card, you have all the tools that you need to accomplish what it is you're trying to accomplish. Okay, within you. Maybe you need to adjust something. Maybe there's some, maybe you need to look at something in a different light, but you definitely have everything you need to make what you want happen, to bring into your life the things that you want. So focus your will and know that you can unlock those doors. The next one is Magic Wand, which says, all magic wands found throughout history are said to be able to transmit energy to anything and anywhere. It is a focus point of your energy to channel magic into a specific place for a specific purpose. By receiving this card in a reading, you are given the gift of being able to achieve what has been eluding you for some time, or the ability to make whatever changes in your life that you need to make. Wands are associated with yang energy, the power to create change. Use your wand to focus your energy and make it happen. I mean, is that not what I was just saying? It's like two cards that say the same thing. You have that. You have that key. So pick it up, unlock the door. Use this wand to create what it is that you're hoping to create. The incantation says, magical tool in my hand, the future will be very grand if you help me wave away the useless ways of yesterday. Change is necessary, change is good. I now embrace it as I should. Change is necessary, change is good. It's such a concept that we struggle with. Taurus, you are so stubborn, and your earth energy here, it's very like fixed, okay? But change is necessary, change is good. Embrace the change, okay? Don't be afraid of it. It's a good thing. We when we change things, if we're following our heart, if we're following our truth, then we improve our lives. And that's okay for you to do, you know? Sorry, one more time. Magical tool in my hand. The future will be very grand if you help me wave away the useless ways of yesterday. Change is necessary, change is good. I now embrace it as I should. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this message resonated. I hope it brought you some clarity. If it did and you're willing to share it with me, I would really appreciate it. You could post a comment below, or you could shoot me an email if you prefer a private conversation. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really, truly very much appreciate it. So thank you. And remember to move forward with those positive thoughts and know that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Believe that you can have it, and you can. That is how we manifest things in our life. We think positive, and we know that we can have it. So think positive, have hope, and good luck. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope that I see you here again sometime soon. Bye.